What's up, you guys? It's Boomoo. I want to talk about how to follow up on your door knocks that are warm. When it comes to door knocking, I want to change your perspective on how you approach it and the demographic that you are specifically going with. When it comes to my approach, I only focus on new builds, and I'll tell you why. In today's economy, around 2023, interest rates are at an all-time high. House prices are keep on going up. If you're talking about a qualified demographic that you probably want to focus on and talk to, those are the people. If they have the income and the buying power to do it in this type of economy where interest rates are really high, then you can pretty much rest assured they have a good financial stability when it comes to not only their financials but also their credentials as well, which is I'm talking about their credit history. When it comes to like what kind of demographic or who you want to approach with, that's probably what you want to focus on. And I want to go there as soon as possible because it's about going to the race to the start and finish line as soon as possible. When they first move in the past couple days, the best thing that you want to do is just build rapport. Obviously, you want to pitch them that they have a problem that's going to be occurring. It's important that you master your pitch, obviously. I specifically do solar, so I will talk about how the energy rate increases has been going on, but I go based off people's usage. Now, depending on the product and service that you're providing, it might be a little bit different. If you're doing security, obviously you want to go right away and provide that, pitch the value of security ownership rather than telling them, hey, let's wait till you test out the neighborhood if it's dangerous or not. So when it comes to like solar in a specific sense, I go based on customizing based on your usage. So if they moved in a couple days ago, they probably don't have that to compare apples to apples in a sense for my industry specifically, right? So what I'll do is just create a conversation saying where they're from. Are they originally from Florida? Because that's the market that I am. And what made them move here specifically, if they're in a different part of Florida or if they're out of state. Get a better gauge on their understanding on who's in front of you. And probably the most important part, I have the magnet business cards. I'm going to put in the link over there where it actually has my face and the company name. I'll tell them based on the conversation, this is my business card. It's actually magnetic. You can slap my face on the fridge because it has my face on it. And they'll get a little laugh, and probably 8 out of 10, if the conversation is really good, they'll put it on the fridge and have your information right there. Now, when you follow up, which is going to be a month and a half or 2 months from now, because you want to get a good gauge of the energy habits, right? I would follow up at the door later. Mind you, people are knocking, right? This industry is getting really competitive in a sense, not just only solar, but the security, water softeners, fence, and other home constructions are happening. So you want to stand out right off the bat by offering a business card that they'll keep or easy for them to access, which is the reason why I do magnetic business cards. You always want to pitch them back on why they keep your business card, which is repitching them on the problem, some of the things that are happening, and the benefits that's happening with your product, because they're going to forget. I think a lot of people don't understand that the 10-second or 10-minute conversation that you have is just very temporary part of their life. So it's very important that you reiterate on why you were there, why they kept your business card in a sense. Now, what's going to happen half the time is it's going to be probably the other spouse. It's not going to be the original person that you pitched, but they're part of the decision making. What you want to do is you want to bring up your business card when you knock and say, hey, you must be so-and-so's wife or so-and-so's husband. And they're gonna say, yes, if that is the person, of course, right? Have you guys seen this business card? I actually talked to your husband, and you basically say, hey, I'm this person who provides solar security. I know you got a bunch of people coming to your door offering this and that all the time. I'm pretty sure I'm like the 50 millionth guy. And they're gonna laugh and say, yeah, a lot of people have come through. What you're showing is pretty much empathy and showing that you're aware what's happening in the neighborhood and understanding the homeowner's situation, which is empathy, understanding, which is a very powerful skill to build rapport and trust with the person. You're basically going to say, hey, he told me to swing by. I don't know if you heard yourself or noticed yourself that energy rates are being going up, and you reiterate the problem like I said earlier before, and bringing back in the picture on why they kept your business card and potentially setting a date and time. What my pitch will basically look like is, hey, you must be Mr. John's wife. And they're like, yes. I don't know if you've seen my face around the fridge or around the house. And they're going to be confused, right? And I'll pull my business card. Have you seen this business card lying around your house? And they're going to say, oh yeah, it's in the fridge. I'm a solar consultant in the area. I know you have 50 million people offering this and that to you, like security, water, fences. What I'm trying to bring awareness to the neighborhood is what rate's been happening. Your electricity rates have gone up 64% past 4 years. I'm trying to bring attention to the homeowners. I'm not trying to do anything today and their guard's gonna go down, because some people think that you're gonna sit with them right off the bat. All I'm trying to do is catch you and John at a better day and time when you guys both happen to be home. Not today, because I usually catch people at a really bad time. It gets them a little giggling. It gets them to understand that you're professional. You're not there to pressure them right today and now. Build the value on saying, hey, people generally like the idea of going solar, they just haven't found the right company and the right numbers. All I'm trying to do is just give you the most up-to-date, correct information on how it works and how it can benefit your home apples to apples with the electricity rates currently you're with and what we can potentially do as a provider, but not today. What would you say is a better day and time to give a try? You'll be very surprised how that initial conversation you had with the husband and how they kept your business card goes a long way by just simply doing a good introduction, first impression, and conversation carrying on to ultimately the sale potentially. If it's the actual person that you originally talked to, then you want to bring up the memories of basically why they kept your business card in a sense, which I'm reiterating of course, and pitch them the problem because they're going to forget, like I said, and basically say, hey, I just want to catch you and your wife at a better day and time. You don't have to purchase the product, but I just want you to give you the information so at least you can make an educated choice on which will be the better value. Having your current situation, stay with the utility or switching to solar in a sense. But I'm not trying to do that today. All I'm trying to do is catch you guys a better day and time and give you that most up-to-date information. I know you got a lot of people, but I just wanted to make sure that at least you have that info. It might sound very simple, very short, but it's just very, very effective. And why you want to specifically focus on that demographic, new homeowners, new builds, is because they're in the buying mode stage and they're in a happy ether of getting the house and starting a new beginning and having a good, strong financial credential at this type of economy. They're usually in the buying mode once they buy something really big. For those who've been in the sales game or want to understand the sales psychology of how this industry works. And let's just say, hey, I need to check with my wife on my schedule, because some of them won't know their schedule right off the bat just because they have to consolidate with their significant other. Then you want to ask some questions. So, okay, are you guys usually available on the weekends? You want to reiterate, because some people think that you're only available on the weekdays working 9 to 5. I also work on Sundays. If that's the only day you guys are both happen to be home, I can swing by then as well. Or let's just say they don't know their schedule whatsoever during the weekend, saying they got other things going on. Okay, when do you guys usually get your schedule then? I usually don't like to get the phone number and follow up from there, just because like you'll be another person hitting them up or selling something at the phone. So you want to separate yourself by showing the most effective communication, which is going face to face, where they can see your body language, tonality, and to see you as an overall person, which is the most effective way to do it. The only time I'll grab the phone number is when I get a appointment booked, grabbing that information, just so if you ever get to the door at the day of the appointment, at the day of the time, sometimes they'll be at the shower or at the backyard and not able to answer. So it's a great way to obviously catch them, or supposedly if they call in work, able to reschedule because they already committed with you to get an appointment. So that's one of the most important things that I would recommend when you should grab the phone number. In the sense saying, hey, in case I'm running late, in case something changes on my end and my schedule, what's a good contact that I can reach out to you? And go from there. Sometimes the person will, without telling you, will give the other person's number or the other spouse's number just because they make decisions on the buying choices. So you want to probably ask them, is this your phone number? Is this your significant other's? Just so you know who you're talking to and don't sound a little bit dumb for calling a number that you got but don't know who it is. So it helps a little bit for you guys. You'll be very surprised like how the follow-up will work. Sometimes you want to get much information as possible. Let's just say I'm going back to the scheduling part. When do you guys usually get your schedule? They'll say, we usually get our schedules on Friday. Then you probably want to follow up with them on a Saturday or Sunday where they usually get their schedule, if you caught them at a bad time before they get the schedule. Once you get that, you're able to even ask them a better day and time and solidify a day and time that you guys can sit down. Supposedly, if they don't know the schedule, but the other spouse is outside the house, say, hey, since you guys are both home, can you ask her what will be a better day and time, or if I can swing by Monday? You always want to ask at least twice or 3 times if they don't even know or a little bit hesitant. Hey, I work till the evening. I actually going to be back in this neighborhood on Wednesday. I can swing by afterwards my appointment. If you say something like swing by, I happen to be back in this neighborhood, it shows them like they're not the only client that you're coming to see, and gives them a drop guard down that, all right, you're not someone who just like preying on just this specific person. They want to feel included, so it feels less interrogated when it comes to booking the appointment. Interesting psychology that I learned, that if you use the word swing by, I just happen to be in the neighborhood, they tend to be a little bit more inclined to book the appointment with you. Highly suggest book as many appointments as possible. I recommend 3 to 4 appointments a day, because half of them are not going to sit. Half of them are going to show up, half of them are going to do it, and the other half is not going to do it. On a very high rejection or high no show up rate business model, how the industry has always been like that, and in general for years. So it's very important for you to separate yourself. So that's why I recommend when you follow up face to face, how they first met you, going door to door, and making sure that you separate yourself, that you're not another person blasting and texting their phone. The most effective communication, showing face to face. So if you guys can implement that, having a business card and good first impression conversation, and following up diligently by doing the work, showing up, letting them know that you're not a stranger and you have something tangible, relates to the family, that you are part somewhere in the family on their living space. It builds a little bit more rapport, trust, and credibility on why you followed up and why they'll be more inclined to do business with you. That's my biggest recommendation when it comes to the follow-up. You'll be very surprised on how many people would actually be more inclined to do it by consistently showing up, showing professionalism, mannerism, being prepared, and just asking for their business a couple more times. I hope that gives you guys a lot of value, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.